I don't know how many of you that have seen this video of Zini Posh on Honest Bunch podcast lamenting about the hypocrisy of religious leaders in Nigeria. I have a lot to say on this matter, but let's see this video first.
Pastors, imams, everyone, don't sell hope. Don't do road for us. Don't build any, don't give us water. Come out. Let us march the streets of Nigeria.
What do you expect?
Excuse me, you people in front of us, we will be at the back. We are your followers. We come to church every day. We go to the mosques every day. You lead us in prayers to pray to God that we don't see, but we have faith in God because we know there's a God. Now, we have the government. They are failing. You are leaders. March in front. We don't need celebrities. You are our celebrities. We come there every Sunday. March in front. I will march at your back. And I don't care if anybody shoots me. When Goodluck Jonathan was the president of Nigeria,
They marched.
they marched.
Yeah.
Why is nobody marching for Tinubu? And the condition of this country is worse than it was when
When they
Tinubu was,
marched
and when Goodluck was here. Are we having selective attack? Let them march. I will come out. I don't want any celebrity. If Tiwa Savage or any other person, because I'm not gonna go on the street. Or have you been compromised? Will they take your land from you? Have you been compromised? Will they take your land from you?
About this.
I know that most of us hold the same view on this issue, that religious leaders need to speak up and stand with the people, against this failing government. Now, the question is, do religious leaders owe us that responsibility? Are they obligated to speak against bad governance? The answer is absolute yes. Generally speaking, religion provides the moral framework for public accountability. This means that as they are given the responsibility to teach people about morals, to imbibe principles that govern human life into people, they are equally expected to educate these people to how to stand for their right, how to fight for what is due to them, how to fight for justice and equity in the society. You don't just teach people about hope and how to pray and have faith and pray for miracles. You also have to teach them how to fight for their rights, to also hold their government to account. Religious leaders teach people about service, stewardship, accountability, justice, being truthful, trustworthiness. You teach people how to be good leaders in their workplace, in their homes, as a leader in church. But when it comes to politics, everybody becomes very relaxed. Everybody looks the other way. When it comes to the collective good of the people, religious leaders look the other way. It is the responsibility of religious leaders to engage with the government in terms of their policies, to ensure that the policies that they are putting out favors the people, and it is people oriented and people centered. Protest against bad policies that affects the people negatively. Hold town halls, do voters education, educate the people, sensitize them on the need to vote and to protect their votes. These are the things that are expected of religious leaders. Politics determines our collective destiny. These are people that determine what happens to our lives. Nobody is okay in this country. Nobody is okay buying fuel for 1,500 and it might still go up. Nobody is okay driving their expensive cars on bad roads. Nobody is okay sleeping without peace in their mind. Nobody is okay that their families are being killed, their communities are burnt down. I don't think anybody is okay with it. But on the day we go to these religious houses to go and shite it and pray in tongues and pray. You want to pray down heaven? Even the people that brought this religion to us, they're having their own heaven on earth. Why can't we have ours? Why do we have to suffer so much to get the barest minimum? Why do we have to stress so much? People are dying needlessly every day. Communities are being burnt. People are homeless. There are so many homeless people in Nigeria. Education has gone down. There is no sector in Nigeria that is working. Institutions have collapsed. Somebody is telling me about, don't blame the men of God. There's failure of institution. The religious institution, has it not also failed? Because why are they all quiet? Buying expensive cars. Meanwhile, there are church members that are dying. They can't even go home peacefully. They don't even know where their next meal will come from. The same way they all came out in 2012 to speak against Goodluck Jonathan, they must also come out now to speak, because as it stands, things are even worse. They need to come out and speak against the corruption. They must speak about the abuse of power. They must speak about the insecurity, the needless death and killings of Nigerians. Everybody's life matters. Nobody is more important than the other. I'm just tired. People are going to them for prayers and for miracles. All religious leaders in Nigeria must come out and stand with the people, because you cannot continue to take our tithes and offering. You cannot continue to make us believe that the country will get better without any form of action to back it up. When the APC came forward in 2012 to take power, they did not just, protest. They were strategic about it. They used some pastors, some men of God, to spread the gospel of change. Allegedly, they paid some of them to go from church to church. They even picked a pastor. So you see, these are strategies. You cannot just tell the people to pray and hope for a better country without any action to back it up. We've had enough. Enough of the hypocrisy. It is obvious the country is not working. The government is failing terribly, and they need to be held to account. They must answer to the people. And if they fail to do what the people want, they should get out. They should be removed.